What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome back. I hope all is well with everybody. This is an update on the SRT and the tune and just life and things that are going on over the next couple weeks. So, first, let's get into the SRT and the tune. So, House of Boost was having trouble diagnosing and data log and being able to access the data that they needed, like the TCM, I believe, and the ECM is what they uh, were in particular needing to read or see, and were not able to access that. And that's from what they were telling me, that's indicative of a locked PCM. But nonetheless, they were working with HP tuners, and eventually HP Tuners was able to provide a solution or a workaround, whatever you want to call it. But either way, we've got a solution to it and a workaround. And last time I had spoke, which was July 15th, with House of Boost, is that they had a workaround and that they were beginning to diagnose and data log. So my takeaway was, or what I just kind of how I translated it was, is that it was basically like I dropped it off day one and that they were just finally getting started. So I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. So we're now in a forward progression and back to zero and moving forward, right? They can read the data and now we can get to tuning this thing. So that's where we are at. So with that going on, I do have to work, and then I get off work, and then the next day or just later on this week I'm working, and then boom, I'm supposed to go on vacation. So I have to pack for that. And then I say I'm supposed to go on vacation because I went to get a real ID, and last I knew is you go get an ID and they print that out and give it to you. Well, they handed me a piece of paper and told me that was my ID, or temporary ID. And then to make matters worse, they punched a hole in my ID that says void. So now I have a void hole punched in my driver's license, and then I have a temporary paper ID, and then I find out that is not accepted as a real ID for TSA for me to fly. So there you go. I'm supposed to fly, and that was a couple days ago. So that real ID is not coming before I leave. So my wife has told me that I just need a little extra paperwork or documentation, and I should be fine. And then I got to do a cavity search. So I guess if that's what I got to do, I'll tell her that hopefully the TSA guy will introduce himself to me so we can at least be on a first name basis before we do this. So the tune is back in progress, and then we got a 4 to 5 day family vacation, and then hopefully we'll be picking up the truck around July 25th, around when I get back, and then we can jump into some POVs, some 0 to 60s, and some other content. I am entertaining a few more upgrades for the SRT, one being drag radials, and I think that would help save on the daily driver tires, for doing more drag races. And then I'd also like to do either drag week or like sick week of 2026. I think those would be a lot of fun. So looking at some drag radials, and like I said, a couple other upgrades I'm entertaining the idea of. Wanted to give a huge shout out and thanks to my mom. She has loaned me a couple cars through this whole process that is kind of taking a lot of burden off, at least on a rental car, and saved me a lot of money in that aspect. And one of those cars she loaned me was that badass smart car that you saw that made you want to click on this video so badly. So big thanks to that for just saving me money there. That's a huge blessing. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Any questions, comments, always welcome. And we'll see you soon. So until next time, peace.